Welcome to the Virtual Form Framework. I'm Davor. In this video series, I will show you how easy it is to create a whole database application using Microsoft Excel and Virtual Forms. From a simple virtual form, lookup forms, master detail forms, to a way how to consume the events that Virtual Forms controller is firing and how to communicate and interact with Virtual Form control using properties, methods and objects that are on the Virtual Form directly from VBA editor. The example application will be an ordering management system based on Excel workbook as the data source. The data source will be a simple Microsoft Excel workbook called Northwind. In this first video example, I will show you how to create, with Virtual Form Designer, a simple virtual form, or as we know it from Excel, a simple user form. Then, to be able to use it within Microsoft Excel VBA editor, we will insert a few lines of code. A new simple database application using Microsoft Excel and Virtual Form is ready to use. Also, I will show you what you need to do when you decide you want to change the folder of your application and what are the steps you need to take when you want to distribute your application to another workstation or to your consumers. Oh yes, before we get started, let me remind you that the Virtual Forms framework is an entirely new concept and completely new product related to Microsoft Excel. So while we are still in early access stage, don't wait and get your copy for a fraction of the price that will be when it will be finished. Yes, there are still bugs that need to be corrected, features that need to be added, documentation that need to be written. But you can be among the first in the elite group that will know all about Virtual Forms. And do not forget, with each sale, the early access price is going up. So pause this video and hurry up to get your copy for a fraction of the price and you will not regret it. So let's get started. After you have downloaded the latest version of Virtual Forms framework and install it, open the Virtual Form Designer. First, we need to create a new Virtual Form definition file. Click the New button. Go to a folder where you want to create your Virtual Form definition file, name the file, and click Save. We leave the database type as Excel and go to Connection String text box. Every time when you need help, if the label is underlined, you can click on it and it will open the online help with the latest info on the subject you have clicked. The easiest way to create a connection string is to simply copy an example for the database type from the online help system and just change the path to the database or the server. And now we only change the database, or in our case, the file path to the Excel workbook inside the connection string. Don't forget the slash and the extension of the file. Then we can click on Build button and test if everything is okay with the connection string we have created. It is a good practice to save our project. Go to File, Save Project As, navigate to the folder where you want to save the project to, name the project and click Save. And now we can create our first virtual form. Click on the New Form button and the wizard for adding new virtual forms will open. When the form for adding new virtual form opens, click on the button next to Master Table field to open all the available sheets or tables from the data source that we have specified in the connection string few seconds ago. Select the table or sheet for which you want to create the virtual form. You can double-click or hit the Enter key or click on the Select button in the right section to select the table or sheet. Every time when you need help, if the label is underlined, you can click on it and it will open the online help with the latest info on the subject you have clicked. ID field name is the identification field or the unique field. In relational database, we call it primary key. Every sheet or table needs to have one column or field that is unique for this table or sheet. Typically, this is a field like product ID or order ID or order detail ID. Read more about this property in the online documentation. Also, more info about properties ID type and ID field type you can find in online documentation. Buttons groups will be explained in detail in one of the following videos, as well as how the events work in this situation, the before form open function that is related to the before form open event, or you can find more in online documentation. Now the wizard is asking us if we want to also populate the grid and edit control with the fields that it has found in the table or sheet. All the fields or columns are pre-selected, so if you don't want all of these fields, you can remove the selection. Now we can see the columns or fields in the tree view that were selected to be included in this virtual form. Don't worry, you can always add new columns or fields or remove the ones that you don't want, except the ID field. It is required so that virtual form control can communicate between grid and edit control, but you can hide them. Set the visual property to false.